PLR stands for private label rights. It's basically, very simply, where you buy a product somebody else has created and sell it and keep the profit. If you think about it, if you go into a supermarket, you will see private label rights in a supermarket. Supermarket own brand products are effectively private label rights. They buy private label rights to somebody else's baked beans, for example, and sell them with their label on it. Even I live in a tiny little village, and even my little village shop has private label rights products in there. It has nice expensive cakes and things like it there in it with its name on it. So private label rights is actually surprisingly common. You'll see it both on and offline, but it was brought online a few years ago and has proved to be fantastically successful, both for the people who produce private label rights products and for people like us who use them. So basically, you buy a product someone else has created and you sell it as your own. What the good thing for you is you don't pay the full price it would cost you if that person had developed a product just for you. You pay a fraction of that because they're selling private label rights to many people. Now, typically, just as a rule of thumb, the wider the distribution of the private label rights, i.e. the more people they'll sell it to, the lower the price. The higher the price, the less people will be sold the private label rights. And those are the ones that are most valuable to you. But we'll talk about those more in a moment. You walk into any supermarket pretty much anywhere on the planet and you will be able to find private label rights products. Just as I said, you'll see all your Heinz baked beans, your Heinz tomato sauce, your Heinz ketchup, things like that. If you go and look, you'll find the store brands, and they will be private label rights products. So there's companies selling these private label rights products to their own products. Now, I do remember hearing a story some years ago, it was quite a while ago, about a company that produced something like, for example, baked beans, and they wanted to maximise their profit from it, didn't know what to do, so they thought, well, we'll let other people put their labels on it, and that effectively invented private label rights and made a fortune for them, because suddenly not only were they selling their own baked bean brands in stores, but the stores were paying them money to put their own label on it and sell their own brand baked beans. So it's everywhere, but online it's very, very profitable. For you, the big benefit is it's a cheap way to get high quality products. Instead of paying thousands of dollars for someone to create your product, you can usually pick up decent quality PLR for $30, $40, maybe even $50. Sometimes it'll cost you a couple of hundred if it's really good and very limited distribution. But you've got to think about all that. But it's a cheap way to get high quality products. So why on earth would you choose a private label rights product? Why not go out there and create your own product? Well, one of the main benefits is it reduces the product creation timescales. As we talked about in the previous slide, if you create a product yourself, it may take, say, 2 weeks to create a product. In a year, that's only 24 products. With private label rights, you could potentially do one a day. So say you take weekends off, and there's 4 weeks in the month, that's 20 per month. 20 times 12, that's lots. That's a lot more products in a year. So you can instantly see that in a month you're pretty much creating the same amount of products as it would take you a year to do otherwise. So that's why private label rights is so good. And if you think about it, if you thought, well, I need 100 products in order to make my $5,000 a month to break free from my job, well, if I need 100 products and I'm doing one every 2 weeks, that's 20 a year, 24 a year, so that's 4 years. But if I'm doing one a day using private label rights, it's not even a year and then I'm there. So that's the real benefit of private label rights. It's also a very cheap way for you to test the market. If you found a niche and you think, I'm interested in that niche, buy a private label rights product, rebrand it, rewrite it a bit, make it your own, and sell it into the market. See how it works. If it works well, go and create other products, get unique products created. But it means that I can test the market using private label rights without having to spend $500, $1,000 on getting someone to create me a product. I can just buy something PLR, repackage it, use it as a list builder or whatever it might be to test that market, see whether there's anyone there that will bite and buy, and if there is, bang, you can create more in-depth or more expensive products. Fantastic. It also provides a very quick way to enter a market. Again, this sort of comes back to our first point here. If you think about it, and it takes you 2 weeks to create a product, if I do some research today and I've uncovered 10 hot niches that I think, wow, you know, fantastic, these are really going to make me money. Traditional product development, 2 weeks of product, I'm looking at, you know, what, 5 months before I've covered those 10 niches, by which time I've probably found hundreds of other niches and I'm super excited about it. But if I've taken that PLR stuff and I've created, you know, well, I've say 10 niches, did I say? I said I found 10 niches. One a day with PLR, that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks and I'm there. And, you know, I can really turn over products and enter marketplaces very, very quickly. It's also, if you're selling a product and you want some bonus items, private label rights is actually very good. The reason being, if you go for try and create your own products, again, it takes more time. It increases the product development timescales. But you may not want to put on master resale rights or resale right products as bonuses because it's advertising other people's businesses. So what you could do is buy some PLR, give it a little bit of a refresh and a rewrite, and there you are. Suddenly you've got your bonus items, and they're all your own unique products, which of course adds value. Because if somebody looks at your sales letter and goes, well, I've got that bonus, oh, I've got that bonus, oh, I've got that bonus, oh, I've got that bonus, what are they going to do? They're going to turn around and go, well, it's not really worthwhile, I've got most of those. People, you know, no matter what you may think, people look at the bonus items, and if they don't feel there's value in the bonus items, they may not buy. So you've got to make sure if they're unique, then you've made sure that they're yours, they know they can't get them anywhere else, and they know it's good value. Now the other thing, providing the rights permit it, you could use a PLR product as a giveaway to build a list. So you rewrite it, you get a nice cover graphic done it, you put it on the squeeze page, and there you are. Drive traffic to the squeeze page, build yourself a list. What do you have at the end of it? Magic. You've got a profitable list built from a cheap product. It's a great way for you to provide value for your buyers easily. Yeah, if you've got a list, you can take a private label rights product and sell it to that list. Simple. It's very, very easy for you to do. It can provide a lot of value and for you a lot of money. And one of the real benefits I feel that PLR has is it provides inspiration to you for your own products. So quite often I'll take a PLR product and I may end up with 2 or 3 products out of it. You know, I may feel, well, that chapter actually is really good. What I could do is if I took that and made it into this other product, you know, I could sell that on as well. So, you know, quite often you find this inspiration, and as we'll talk about later on in this video series, what you can do is you can take PLR and you can make it into one PLR product can become a whole suite of products that can potentially all earn you an awful lot of money. So there's a lot of potential there, and it's something you really need to be considering. PLR is very, very powerful. It's very effective, and it's something that if you're not using it, or if you've got it, you know, gathering dust on your hard drive, go and dust it off and have a look at it, because once you go through this course a little bit more, your eyes will start seeing dollar signs and you start thinking, there's some good potential there, and there really is.